you people have lot many confusions about what has been taught. Bharat Bhai had a question that in one place you say that the only escapism from all the problems is when you stop existing. But while explaining, you explain that even after enlightenment, the problems will remain. Why is it so? Correct, Bharat Bhai? Is there anything you want to add to this question?
Yes, Guruji.
What?
Okay. I'm also slightly not understanding. If this is the case, then Kundalini also doesn't exist. So Kundalini, I would have thought when she travels up and reaches her star and meets the master, in the Brahma, and then that's when liberation takes place and everything. I mean, so where does that theory go? We don't exist, and the Kundalini also doesn't exist, and the meeting in the Brahmarandra doesn't exist. Then nothing. I'm just a bit with the theories and the practicalities. I'm just a bit lost.
See, I have many answers to your question. But you will have to be open to listen to it. And to be open to listen to it, there are two things required. One is complete faith in what I'm saying. And second is wanting to unlearn what you have learned. Is that a readiness of yours?
Guruji, yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. You know what? All these numbers want me to tell you something. That they are all set to reveal their secret stories just for you. Yes, Vidya AES is coming up with an awesome, amazing course on numerology. It is taught by none other than Dr. Shrihitesh Guruji. I have been personally benefited a lot from this course, and now it's your turn. For further details and best early bird offer, contact your mentors or call on the following given numbers. Hari Om, that's it.
Guruji, yes. Okay. Let me just bring it all on. Sorry. But okay. Then if not, we don't exist, nothing exists, then also Ma doesn't exist. But then we're going to the Mahamaya Mandal, and you've explained this in a great depth in Gurukula, which also I get. But then if not, we don't exist. We are Ma in the end. Then Ma doesn't exist. Is that not so? What exists then? I'm sorry if I'm not. I may not be making sense. I'm sorry.
The first answer to all your questions is that what is making questions within you?
Guruji, could it be my fickle mind?
Mind. What made the mind? You're correct about it. What has made the mind?
I would thought my mind is just matter, energy, or elements. And
what
thoughts collected together.
Elements made the mind. What made the elements?
The elements were there. The Shakti of the Atma, right?
The soul, the Atma made the elements.
Yeah.
Now, if you believe in individual soul existing, what made the soul?
No, I don't believe in individual soul existing. I believe in a super
So
consciousness.
soul is
We are in
God.
the soul.
So soul is God.
Yeah.
Soul is God. Who made you?
Again, Guruji, the elements, we come from that energy, the Shakti of the soul.
Don't go into the philosophical answer. Come with the direct answer. Who made you? Your parents.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
Biological.
probably your parents know everything about you, but you cannot know everything about your parents because you have not made them. They have made you. You don't know what they have gone through from their birth, but they know what you have gone through from your birth. Correct? Am I correct, Bharat Bhai?
Correct, Guru. Correct, Guru.
If there is any doubt, you just let me know. Because even if one person is restless in the class, it doesn't allow me to be at peace. And right from the last class, I know what kind of restlessness you are going through. And that restlessness is there right from the last class within me.
Guruji, from the last class to today, I've gone through. I've gone through so much turmoil. I could use the word hell and back. And I don't know why I've been feeling that. Just to have. Only today I've calmed down.
Are you ready to listen everything? Because
I am. I'm Guruji.
If today I am answering your questions, I'm just going to free myself. Whether you take the answer or you don't take the answer, it will decide whether you will free yourself or you will not free yourself. But I will disconnect myself from the restlessness that you are going through.
Guruji, but can I just ask, I mean, I haven't mentioned my restlessness to anybody. I've not even spoken to any of the mentors. I've just suffered in silence.
Bharat Bhai, you still think that I have to speak to the mentors to know that you are restless? Like, seriously?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just saying it for everybody's sake. So the
seriously,
group knows.
You know what all the mentors are thinking? I tell you what all the mentors are thinking. They are thinking that you have sent me a request question on my personal chat, so I am addressing your question.
Yeah, I'm just want to make it clear that I haven't.
No, you have not done that. I know. Yeah. Let them think. I'm not giving any clarification to them. Neither I am giving any clarification to you. But I'm telling you that I don't require any mentor to tell me that you are restless. I have a direct connect with everyone who believes in me. If you are restless, if you are beginning your year like this, I cannot be at peace. I cannot start my year peacefully. And because I love myself, I love you. Because there is no difference between you and me. And so it is my duty. Your parents know everything about you. You cannot know everything about your parents. Correct, Bharat Bhai? Then how can the mind know everything about God or Atma? Atma has created the mind. Mind has not created Atma. So, if you think that with your mind, you will be able to understand Atma, whose fault it is? Guru's fault, Atma's, God's fault, or your fault? It is not to be understood. I have told you millions of times, but you don't listen, that you can be God, but you cannot know God. Do you have time? I want to tell you a story if you have time.
Absolutely, Guruji. All the time in the world.
So don't worry what the class, if you feel we are wasting your time, come back after half an hour or 15 minutes. You can disconnect yourself. But Bharat Bhai is important. Each and every one of you is important. Who really has any kind of restlessness, he will, or she will be taken on priority. Bharat Bhai, there was a person called Sukrat. In the world, people know him as Socrates. Have you heard about him?
Yes.
His best disciple was Plato. The planet Pluto is named after Plato. Have you heard about him?
Yes, Plato, yes, absolutely.
And the father of modern psychology, or the father of psychology, Aristotle, was the best disciple of Plato. Have you heard about him?
Yes, Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, yes.
One day, this is a true story. Aristotle was taking a walk on the beach. Have you read Socrates?
I can't say I really read Socrates, but I did study Socrates a bit, yes, a little.
Have you studied Aristotle?
No, not much.
Aristotle and Socrates, if you match them, they don't meet at the same place. They have a vast difference. If Aristotle is placed in front of Socrates, Socrates will not recognize Aristotle, that what is this man saying and where is he coming from? Are you getting my point? There were vast difference. If an intellectual like me, you, Shambhu Guruji, if we read Aristotle and if we read Socrates, we can never make heads or tails of anything of it. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Aristotle gave psychology to this world. One day he was taking a walk on the beach. A madman with torn clothes had a shell of coconut in his hand. He would go running to the ocean. He would fill up the shell of that coconut with water, come back running. And he had dug a small hole on the beach and he would put that water in that hole. The hole will suck the water. The water will go back to the ocean. He would go back running to the ocean. He will fill up the water, come running back, put it in that hole. Socrates was seeing and he said, it is not good to interfere anyone. It is not our duty to interfere anyone. It's work. So he kept on taking his walk, but finally he got upset and he said, wait, what are you doing? And that madman said that today I will empty the complete ocean into this small hole. This hole is very powerful. It is drinking all the water that I'm bringing to it. I'm going to empty the complete ocean into this small hole. Are you mad? Are you gone out of your head? You want to empty this vast ocean into one small hole? The man said, yes. He said, it's impossible. He said, Socrates, what are you doing? What are you doing? So the same thing. Today I'm asking you, Bharat Bhai, what are you doing? You want to understand, ma? You want to know, ma? Just love her. Because you are unreal. Ma is unreal, but the love between you and Ma is the only real thing. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Remember Spanda Shastra? Spanda Shastra.
Huh.
You very well remember whenever we have spoken about Spanda Shastra, something very important happened one day when we were speaking about Spanda Shastra.
Ji.
What happened? Can you please share?
I even remember the date. It was 17 May 2014.
Okay. You also remember the date when I was teaching you Spanda Shastra. What happened on that day?
The lower self died.
The lower self died. To kill the lower self, did I tell you there is no Ma? Did I tell you that there is no God, no Guruji, nothing? There is nothing. No one, not even you, not even God, nothing.
Ji.
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that there is nothing? But when you died, did you come to this realization that there is nothing, no God?
Ji.
Nothing? Did you come to that realization?
Ji.
In Spanda Shastra, I didn't tell you that there is no God.
Ji.
I just told you that one God seems to be many because of the movement.
Ji.
Like the movement of the fan. One wing of the fan looks like many wings.
Ji.
One wing of the bird looks like many wings. In the same way, because of the movement, which is the nature of creation, one God looks like many gods.
Ji.
Correct?
Ji.
Okay. Was that a truth, ultimate truth at that time?
Ji.
After some time, did I tell you that ultimate truth is a lie?
Ji.
There is one.
Ji.
This creation is as real as God.
Ji.
Which one did you believe? The first one or the second one?
Everything that you say.
But those were contradictory things.
Ji.
Bharat Bhai, what do you make out of this?
See, on one hand, there is experiences what he Shambhu Guruji has practically experienced. And then on the second hand is something that then you have contradicted and said, no, Ma does exist, everything exists. So ultimately, Guru Vakyam has to be accepted.
I'm saying, what do you get out of this Shambhu Guruji's character? He's crazy, right?
No, he's not.
His understanding, in Hindi, what is the word? Pagal. He is always in a situation where anything is told to him, he will agree and he will believe in it. He is like a small child. जो गल को पा लेता है वो पागल होता है. गल को पाने के लिए पागल बनना पड़ता है. गल को पाने के लिए, गल means talk. To understand, to get the truth, you have to be crazy. Because the truth is not in logic. God is not in logic. God cannot be captured by your understanding. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? So, this is your last question. That God is existing or not existing. Right now, for you, you have no other way but to trust and believe in me. And when I say Ma doesn't exist, you know that Ma doesn't exist. When I say Ma is existing, you know that Ma is existing. Who is there standing behind me? Can you tell me?
It's your own reflection, Guru.
Huh?
It's your own reflection.
It's my own reflection. But this is an illusion. There are two me. Duality. What if I have to remove this duality? Either I have to break this mirror or I have to move away from the mirror. So the rising of the Kundalini or the falling of the Kundalini and the breaking of the egg called I is nothing but just breaking of the mirror. Are you understanding my point? Right now, you are looking at the Bharat who is inside the mirror and thinking that that is the real Bharat. And if that Bharat is real, then that Kundalini is also real. And then if that Kundalini has to go to the crown, and it is the one which is going to give me self-realization, then how can I am unreal? Because the Kundalini is within me. Correct, Bharat Bhai? But Kundalini is nothing but a mirror which is dividing you. And rising of the Kundalini or falling of the Kundalini, right now you will not understand what I'm talking about. It is not going to the Shastra and all that. All that bullshit you have heard from here and there and you have fed it in your mind. No scripture says that going of the Kundalini on the crown gives you self-realization. In 24 hours, at least 2 times, the Kundalini touches your crown. Ask anyone who is an expert of Kundalini. Anyone. So which book you have read that the Kundalini will go on the crown and which idiot told you all this, I don't know. Kundalini has to be broken. Kundalini is the mirror where you see Bharat existing. Is your second question clear?
Very good.
That whatever you know about Kundalini is hearsay. Or maximum you must have read in some, I don't know from where. What I'm talking about Kundalini, what I'm telling you is not hearsay, neither read from any scripture. It has been experienced. Can you please trust me and let go this belief of yours?
Yes,
that you are
Guruji.
Kundalini and Kundalini can give you self-realization. So Kundalini is real, so you are real.
I can let it go. Yes, I can trust you, Dave.
Okay. Now your third question. Sorrow remains. Anger remains. Everything remains after self-realization. I'll tell you one more story if you have time.
Please.
This is my story. I was born very lucky. In my house, there was a system that every day you have to at least read one page from any scripture and then go to sleep. And because the book would interest us, the scriptures would interest us, my grandparents, my parents used to bring the scriptures with pictures on it. Beautiful pictures. At that time, you know, those were not computerized images, hand-painted and amazing pictures. So Shambhu Guruji knows my grandmother was over religious as well as over spiritual. So one day she was reading from the Ramayana and I was leaning from her back and I was looking into the book when she was reading. And I was just holding her neck and I was doing this and she was reading. And I remember we had come from our boarding school. And boarding school, we had come And I was looking and she was reading. And I asked her a question, a very innocent question. I said, Rama and Lakshman must have been carrying their shaving kits to the jungle, because in the jungle I don't see Rama and Lakshman with beards. She said, after you get enlightened, you don't get a beard. Now, just think about it. What would have been my state today? I have not shaved just because of that. What would have been my state if I would have believed in that, what she said up till now? Would I be able to be enlightened? Bharat bhai? Lucky for me, the first enlightened person I met had a beard. Would I be enlightened if someone would have told me that enlightened person does never go to the toilet? He never gets a nature's call. Huh, Bharat bhai? So why do you believe that enlightened people can't get angry or can't get sad or can't get depression? You are enlightened with all your flaws. You don't have to be enlightened. A donkey can never be turned into a horse. Even if he can be, man can never be turned into God. You are already God. Every living being is enlightened. Every living being is God. The only problem is your beliefs in your mind don't allow you to believe that you don't exist or you are God. Your belief that you are, your belief that the Kundalini is taking away the belief that you are God from you. Yama is not telling you the lie that after enlightenment, you are free from sorrows. Sorrow comes, but you know that this sorrow has not touched me. It is in the body, it is in the mind. Pain comes, fear comes, anger comes. But it is not in you. It can never touch you. And that also Yam is saying, but you are not listening to that. That you are untouched. Sorrow will come, but you are untouched. In the previous sutras, he is saying that though this Lord has created the universe, he is untouched by the universe. Your sorrows, your fears, your happiness, your joy, your bliss, your satisfaction has been created by you, but you are untouched by it. So an enlightened person knows. But that doesn't mean that his mind does not get agitated or scared. Tell me, Bharat bhai, where are you now?
No, Guruji, what you're saying makes sense. Yes.
Sorry?
What you're saying makes sense. Yes, absolutely.
Could be?
No, absolutely, I said. Not could be. I said absolutely.
Absolutely. This is Brahma Vidya. This is Mahavidya. It cannot be understood by mind. It has to be felt by the heart. And so we start with the bhajan, so we start with the Shanti Sutra, that it is not in the capacity of the mind of me to understand it. Let me get divine help via prayers.
From the whole week, I've just not been able to do my sadhana or anything. The sadhana the sadhana or the mantra jap we do, then it's how are we realizing Ma through that then?
You tell me. What are you doing in mantra jap? Repeating the same word, same alphabet, same line, same paragraph?
Yes.
Creating boredom. Boredom is mind. Mahamaya is mind. Nothing else. Boredom makes the mind go to sleep. Once the mind is removed, once the curtain of Mahamaya is removed, you can see the real Ma behind the curtain. It is a process to make your mind go to sleep. Any sadhana is either giving you shocks or giving you boredom. And the only way to kill the mind is by shock or by boredom. Not by the mind, not via the mind, not via understanding. You can realize Ma by grace, nothing else. Just by grace, nothing else. By complete grace, you can understand Ma. And the grace is only coming from an enlightened master, no one else. So Mahamaya has to be removed. The mind has to be removed. The illusion, the curtain has to be removed. And only boredom or shock or both together can remove it. Any further questions? And that all that history, geography, science, chemistry, biology, physiology, that the Kundalini rises and this happens and that happens with mantra chant. But that is the only process of breaking the mirror, of breaking the body, of breaking the Kundalini, nothing else.
As long as they are living, they are going to experience everything.
As long as they are living, they will experience sorrow. They will cry. They will cry more than what you will cry because they are more sensitive, more sentient, more empath than you are. But at the same time, deep within, they know that nothing can touch me.